A visibly confused, tired, and deranged Donald Trump sat in the Oval Office today, signed executive orders, and then after the fact was told what they were for. He doesn't even know what he's signing. And this administration doesn't know anything about the work they're doing because they're not getting anything actually done. And the tariffs that are being put in place are being done on a whim with absolutely no foresight. And we're seeing that in real time because there were supposed to be all these deals being made, Well, Scott Bessent was on Fox moments ago and was asked about who they're making deals with. Keep in mind, there hasn't been one deal yet. There's supposed to be 90 deals in 90 days. We haven't gotten one yet.
On the tariffs that you mentioned, you had a lot of discussions in Canada. Japan was a part of that. You've talked about Japan a lot. If the Japanese is not the next country to do a deal, who is?
As I mentioned before, we're far along with India, and they got in early on.
Far along with India. That means there's no deal.
The Asian countries have come with very good deals. So there are 18 important trading partners, and I would say with the exception of the EU, most are negotiating in very good faith.
Who do you think goes first?
Bill, we're going to have to see.
Is it a summer battle? Do we take this into the fall? And if we take it into the fall, are we talking about 2026? To do a deal that you can announce publicly?
With the EU.
With the EU, with anybody. You pick it.
No, look, these deals are moving.
I'm sorry, Scott Bessent is so bad at TV. He looks like he just saw a ghost.
26. To do a deal that you can announce publicly?
With the EU.
With the EU, with anybody. You pick it.
No, look, these deals are moving quickly, and I think as we approach the end of the 90-day period, we're going to see more and more of them announced.
Okay, is that July then?
I think that's the 90 days.
Okay, so we will look for that then.
Oh my gosh, there's not going to be any deals. And the problem is that Donald Trump, when he put 180% tariff on China and then he made it 80% and then he made it 40%, he was showing the whole world that he doesn't mean a thing about what he says. And I made this analogy before, I'm going to make it again. I'm sure many of you have children. One of the worst things you can do when raising your child is punish them and not follow through with the punishment. And when you don't follow through with the punishment, the child learns that the adult doesn't actually mean what they say, and the bad behavior continues, and that they feel like there's gonna be no repercussions. Now, I'm not saying that the countries have done anything wrong and they deserve a punishment, but I'm just saying that what Donald Trump is doing with saying he's gonna do one thing and then doing another makes countries feel like it doesn't follow through on his word. And if you don't follow through on your word, then the ramifications don't matter because they don't think they're going to get them. And they're not. They're right. Donald Trump doesn't mean any of that shit. Here was a Republican on CNBC trying to discount the meme coin dinner that Trump had yesterday. I cannot believe this is a thing. I'm not gonna let this go. This is the guitar playing meme coin dinner. Those are these are the things that I think are the most obvious of the Trump corruption.
Issue. Yeah. Given your interest in crypto and financial markets, can you speak to just the dinner last night? And maybe that's a red herring, it's sort of an irrelevancy, but there are folks out there reading these headlines about this big dinner and saying, what's going on here?
Well, I've said on the record, the Trump family activity in the meme coin space makes my work in Congress more complicated. I've said that. But here's the good news. I'm in New York today for the Solana Foundation conference about the future of Web3 and the future of how we're going to use blockchain to transform our economy in a number of ways. And what my goals are to have a dollar-backed stablecoin legislation this year and a market framework legislation passed this year that President Trump can sign into law. And that will bring innovation, coding, funding back to the United States and put us back in the lead, in my view, on...
Doesn't even answer the question. You, sir, make our ancestors weep. You are a coward. You are a coward, sir. You don't deserve the name representative. The only person you represent is Trump's ass. All right, Donald Trump was in the Oval Office today, and he did that. This is a repeating theme where Donald Trump is handed executive orders. He signs them, and he goes, what is this for? What is this for? Imagine if Joe Biden did this. The right would be rightfully concerned. And this is a concerning thing. The president, they could put anything in front of him and he would sign it. They could put anything in front of him and he would sign it. Let's see. Let's just see.
The purpose of this executive order is to recenter policymaking around gold standard science, scientific efforts that have followed appropriate scientific methods that don't include those sorts of conflicts of interest, and to ensure that when departments and agencies are relying on scientific studies to promulgate rules, to promulgate regulations, that the science that they're relying on is highly reliable and available to the public.
He did a very good job, didn't he? He did. How many people here could have done that? I don't know. I think a lot. Thanks. Good job, Will.
Thank you, Mr. President.
Is that it?
That's all we have for you now, sir.
Do you have any questions for these brilliant people? They are brilliant people.
Yeah, and so the theme of today is that these folks don't know anything about what's going on in government. And I'm going to end with this because this to me was shocking. This was shocking. The Social Security chief, the person who leads our Social Security, admitted in a leaked audio that he didn't even know what the job was. And he had to Google Social Security. That's who's leading our Social Security. These are the best people Donald Trump could get into our government. The people overseeing the services that make America run. Doesn't even know what Social Security is. And is ignorant enough to think it's okay to say that. Here it is. And I'll see you next time.
And it's about Social Security. And I'm really not, I swear I'm not looking for a job. And I'm like, well, what am I going to do? So I'm Googling Social Security, one of my great skills. I'm one of the great Googlers on the East Coast. But that is the headline for the Post. Great Googler in chief. Chief and Googler, whatever. By the way, I like to have fun at work. We're allowed to laugh. We're allowed to have fun. We're allowed to know each other's families. We're allowed to be normal. How's that? I'm like, what the heck's the commissioner of Social Security? First, nobody said we're calling you. It was about Social Security, so I'm trying to figure it out.